Up Action Army? It is myself, James Spence, host of the Call to Action podcast, and with me I have
Paul Denuzio, and my wife sneaking in here to say hi.
Yes, and we have a special guest, possible winner of today's match. We have no idea, Mr. Paul Preston of the Movie Guys.
Dude, what's up? Such doubt, please.
Doubts? No. Full confidence in you demolishing the professor today. And hopefully he doesn't hear that.
Listen, you've all been to school. You don't like your professors.
No.
I'm here to purge those demons.
So you're a back of the classroom kind of guy. Sit in the back of the classroom kind of guy. And
sit
tossing
back on two of the legs of my chair, my feet on the desk.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the professor doesn't knock the chair out then.
Yes. And, we're talking a lot of hype about it. We're all very excited. But before we get too into it, how about we just start the match? And of course, it starts with Christian Harloff. So,
if you didn't know, Collider
whatever.
Live it's basically our
I'm going to turn this up.
Show that
but so Paul, first question we have.
Yeah, it's like nobody ever listens to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing like a pre-match libation.
We're talking about nonsense.
Energy drink.
So go on over, check out Collider Video.
I wish
anywhere podcast can be find
something
live. It's 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. live PST. So check it out. Now get out there and watch the match.
So Paul, the question is, do you put any alcohol in your protein shakes?
Oh, you should call me.
This is not altered genius.
Whatever. Listen, I just received a phone call from Mr. Seibel, who says he wants to play you in the first round of the singles tournament.
Mr. Whitney, the beauty Seibel, wants to play me?
He wants to play you for revenge.
Revenge? It's kind of a harsh word. I mean, we're friends. I mean, the Facebook request is
Whatever.
pending, but I think we're friends.
I'm going to grant him this request.
Is he wearing
Because,
Andrew sunglasses?
You're too
They
nice.
look like them.
Right?
And I don't like you.
Thought it was nice.
All right.
You're indoors.
Ooh, I am choking already. That is great. Not a good sign for the match. Speaking of choking, that's what happened today when Paul beats Lon. Before we get to that, Paul,
Wow.
I have one question first. Where, you came into the Schmodown. Where did the Movie Guys come from?
To the movie trivia Schmodown. Quite
Movie
a
Guys been
match
around
we
since
have for
2009.
today, and quite
We
a
hopped around some different
co-host.
podcast
I am
networks
lucky enough
and
to
ended up
have
on
the
one
only
with the Schmoes
feedback.
Know
Miss
many years
Danielle
ago.
Radford is in the
And
Hello.
yeah,
Thank
it
you so
just
much
took a
for having
while
me
for
again. I'm
Kristen
so
to realize
excited.
we're still out there getting it done. Circle back around, invited us to come in. Here we are.
And the match that we have set up is actually
That's
something
that's
that
a pretty
and
good
I both
start.
have a little
Yeah.
bit of a take
And
on the back
you and
side.
Adam, unfortunate debut against our queen Rachel Silvestrini, but you showed some progress. Ended up beating Rachel in your singles match. Do you and Adam have any? Do you guys have any idea of your future within the teams division? Any ideas about where you want to go next?
Well, I hope we have one, because Adam, he's not thrilled with the fact that he gets vibes instead of the fly as a Gina Davis Goldblum combo. I think he was even thinking of Transylvania 65000. Either way off, and it stings him to this day. So he's in there trying to get us revenge through me for now, in hopes that I can pull him back in, and we get something going on later. We'll have to find out.
He is the best.
Do you have any idea? Do you have any opinions about who you want to face next, like a loony bin or a loose cannons or?
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't know. That's the thing.
Both of them cannot
Throw
win.
anybody at us, bro.
There can be only
You
one
can't contain us.
that's gonna automatically qualify to
You
be
can
in
only.
the
I
ultimate
mean,
Schmodown
you can't stop us.
tournament.
You can only hope to contain us.
In the studio today, and Danielle, because you and I are both big sports fans, we know that this is a
Because the match is being set up. Walk us through your match today. Where is your mindset going into this match against the Professor Lon Harris?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're fun to hang
Well,
out with.
I felt pretty good coming out of the win against Rachel. That's why I started mouthing off about facing him. And so I had that perfect round back in the teams match. And I thought, I didn't quite get that with Rachel, but there's a shot of maybe that again and having a great showing. I never doubted my skills.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You do that, you're sunk. You're done.
You were asked about a Disney movie, a Disney
Go ahead, but I know
director.
that
Like,
he
you had
is
everything
very
against
good
you in
at
that match.
talking, and we got to hear
For
a
which
little
one?
bit of that in our pre-show interview. Let's
The
hear it.
Disney director for the Silvestrini
Oh,
match.
good, yeah.
Couldn't avoid Disney
right.
in that one.
I picked not Disney. Get a Disney question. Forget about it. No one knows the animated directors. That's the hardest thing in the world, right? Like, you remember the movies. You don't know who directed Little Mermaid. You don't know that. So there's kind of things, I guess I got to go watch those movies again. And that's the thing I'm going to do, by the way. I'm going to watch the movies again. These people who just go and read credits and look at IMDb and all that, I mean, that's just, that's like studying for a test. It's not knowing, all right? So you got to go watch the movie again. And once I watch Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast again, then I'll remember everything I still have in here from when I watched it the first time. It's still there. I just got to bring it out. First things first, though. I'm watching every episode of Downton Abbey ever made because they're making a movie of that. Comes out September 20th or something like that.
Around there, yeah.
And again, I want to be in the mix. I don't want to be the guy who doesn't know what's going on. I want to know about Lord and Lady Grantham. And you know, the whole show starts with the sinking of the Titanic. I should tell you about it because Juan's talking. I mean, who wants to hear what's going on with him?
Much rather hear you guys. Go
If you ever want a sequel to Titanic, there it is.
So here's the first question we have: where did this love for Martin Cove come from that you want to represent him in every match?
A couple of matches. That'll be it for the Martin Cove T-shirt. Look, we like to represent the classic, legendary guys who don't get enough love. Right? The first shirt was Jeff Speakman, Martin Cove. There's more to come. Guys that you know and love, but you don't praise enough. And we do, because we have that kind of respect for classic cinema.
Let me tell you that.
Wait, quiet. I'm talking.
You're right.
Really is my next step.
Paul, make way for Paul.
I think this will be over quicker than a Clinton Spilsbury Film Festival. Yeah, you know who that is, Lon? You know who Clinton Spilsbury is? Look up, bro.
I doubt that it should be much of an issue. I do think
You guys know who Clinton Spilsbury was?
going to have
No.
I suppose.
challenging entry to this
He
tournament.
played the Lone Ranger in that one movie back in the 80s.
That's right. I used to watch
the
that movie
end.
all the time.
Nothing else, ever. Nothing again, ever. He was never in anything else ever.
So the question is, will you be creating a shirt for character actress Margot Martindale in the future, or is she too big for you guys?
No, I'm a fan. I like her.
Anyone who says they're not, I mean, well, why are they even here?
I was thinking about Ray Dong Chong.
That's not where we are.
You know.
We can't go around making
I really have to throw some love out to the Mark Singer shirt that was worn. Also, big Mark Singer fan.
Adam, big Mark Singer fan. Yeah. The entire Don Coscarelli cast list from first to last movie should be represented on shirts.
You should get his own wheel slice in the Schmodown.
Oh, Don Coscarelli, real place.
Paul is not shy with talking,
Start a campaign, man.
Hashtag.
Do it, bro.
I will.
Mr. Professor. He makes me giggle to no end when he talks about his opponents because
General question: how much protein powder do you consume in a day?
Tends to keep it. The professor, I feel like
I do 2 of these. That's it. It just happens to coincide a lot with the Schmodown because it gives me energy, right?
At work, I feel like
But 2 of these a day, and that's all you need. If you're not taking these, why are you even in the Schmodown?
we're going to find out in just
Okay, but you are bashing people who study because that's not real knowledge. Do your protein libations help you become better competitor? Do you drink an extra one before a game to really enhance that meaty knowledge?
Yeah, I think so. It's a healthful drink. You know, I can sit here and eat pizza, but that's going to help my metabolism, right? This brings you energy, gives you the sustenance, right? It gives you chocolate. Come on, all your food groups are represented, bro.
See, I used to be the same way. I used to love protein shakes, and then I figured I'm lactose intolerant, and I actually lost weight by drinking them.
There you go. And then you're in a leaner, fighting shape. You feel better about yourself. And you're
On the toilet most of the day.
The answers that are tucked away.
Danielle, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am prepped, and it's time for the movie.
Oh, here we go.
Schmodown.
One of the greatest entrance songs.
Oh, of all time.
Yes.
Deucing first.
Ours?
Yes.
Oh, Third Eye Blind.
Modern poet.
1-0 and 1 knockout.
That is great shirt. It says the greatest recording organization in the world from a concert I went to in '99.
Preston! And that is not Paul the Powder.
There it is.
Adam, his movie guide, but he's doing.
Oh.
And those push-ups are on form. Let me tell you.
Yes, perfect.
You're not doing those without protein powder.
Wow.
Fall out.
Do you play a lot of tennis with the hat, or is it just something to shield your eyes from the lights?
Dude, that's from the movie Wimbledon. You ever see Wimbledon?
I have not.
Vision and Mary Jane Watson get it on over tennis. It's a great movie.
I know Vision is in it. That's about it.
Yeah.
We have not asked a question, and I don't believe that's the answer to anything. But that's a hell of an effort by Paul. Not as good at answering pre-questions as he is at doing push-ups.
And while they talk about a competitor who doesn't matter today, Danny Cost in the chat. Yes, Downton Abbey is the best.
The evil genius,
Right? Where is it?
with a record of 3-3.
Yeah, that one. Right there.
Please welcome.
I'm not going to pretend to know about Downton Abbey when it shows up in the Showdown. I'm going to watch it. I'm ready for any Game of Thrones movies they make too.
Ron Harris, bowing, very calm, very controlled, no calisthenics, Danielle.
You know, sometimes when you know you got it.
Actually, on paper, you're on here to win the match. You have a better record. You have a KO, which he doesn't have.
Sure.
And he smoked, which instantly makes him less. He can't talk as much. His lungs just collapse.
That's right. Exactly.
Right, Lon, it's been a minute since.
Good for you.
Singles match, Howard.
Bad for you. Pipe. Bad. Bad news. It's a nowhere road.
I'm not sure how to take that. So Danielle
Someone's
and
gonna
I,
have to come and clean that up, but I get it.
we're just going to get into the rules of round number
Oh, here's the
one.
rules.
In round number one of this 3-round match, you're going to hear.
Oh, the rules. All right. Well, what should we talk about when we're ignoring the rules recap?
Well, I have this wonderful broken whiteboard I will be playing on that is drowned out by the light, but it makes me appear brighter.
Well, I should do that too, but I think it'd be cheating.
Well, you do know all the answers.
That's the thing. I do, by the way. Okay, if anything's going to beat me, it's the game. And slowly but surely, every match, I'm getting better and better at the game, which means everyone else, watch behind you.
That's actually very true. I know a lot
Trivia
of
is on
programs.
point. The game is getting in, it's gelling. And then that's when you guys got to be worried. Not you
There's
guys.
no
You guys.
question there. Like, your knowledge is stored in that kilo of protein powder filled with, like, The Shining came out in 1980. Or how... Yeah, exactly. Everything is in there.
Yeah, who's on the front of this? Earl Campbell. Ooh.
Yes. Then let's get ready to go now.
All right.
The crowd is ready. Somebody is winning and moving on to the Ultimate Showdown here today, and somebody else is losing and smoking a pipe full of protein powder in a car. Probably
Ooh.
100.
That
Not recommended. I know kids are watching. Don't do that.
We are a non-smoking podcast.
Daniel,
we are not dying by protein powder inhalation
In the category
podcast.
of action adventure, which actor stars as the lead character Aaron Cross in The Bourne Legacy?
I am.
Not that great.
You really like The Bourne
Yeah,
Legacy?
you like that shaky.
This is actually my first word reaction. So
Music career.
5,
Got something going on.
3, 2.
he
1.
does.
And we're going to you,
I believe it was Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
The point.
Jeremy Renner.
Paul Preston had it as well.
They believe in Jeremy Renner, and they believe in themselves.
And they believe in shaking. Your next question comes in the world of romantic comedies, rom-coms. Your question. This 2001 romantic comedy about a dysfunctional Hollywood relationship starred John Cusack, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Billy Crystal, and Julia Roberts. Are you a rom-com gal?
I like a rom-com. I'm more on the com than the rom.
Okay.
I just like a little bit of face sucking, but just so much comedy. Like if you could comedically bang.
Can you repeat the question?
I can do that. In order
Ooh,
of
an
romantic
early
comedies,
TV
this
rule.
2001 romantic comedy.
Do you have any idea about this, Paul?
Hollywood relationship.
I do. I think I do.
Catherine Zeta-Jones
I believe my age is showing.
and
I believe.
Yeah, maybe
Could be wrong.
While we wait, hello in the chat, Jeremiah Morris. Thank you for following.
Jeremiah Morris.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, Lon, pens down. Going to you for
All right. I'll play.
He got American Sweethearts. Did Lon
I did
have
not
it?
get it. No.
I had analyze what?
Time. So
American
Lon
Sweethearts.
Start takes an early lead.
Okay, number 3, in the category of dramas, who plays widowed American President Andrew Shepard in 1995's The American President?
Oh, they just asked about this.
Yeah, they, not using the JTE rule here.
I feel like I know, but I'm having like these sudden doubts that I'm completely
We got it. All right.
thinking of the wrong guy.
Have Mr.
Every time I
Michael
hear the
Douglas.
American President, I think about that movie. Oh,
It is
wow, that was
Michael
quick. I had
Douglas.
Kevin Kline.
Michael Douglas. That was right. All right, good.
I had Kirk Douglas. Close.
Didn't have enough protein today yet.
What's that movie where the guy is a fake president for like a while? Is it Doug or Paul? Like single
Dave.
word. Dave, thank you.
In
Right.
Animated movies drawn by hand or on a computer. An outcast half-wolf risks his life to prevent a deadly epidemic from ravaging Nome, Alaska. In what film?
What?
The Brave Wolf.
That is a really brave book.
Oh, I know the. Wait.
This kind of bark.
Has its own statue.
3,
How they came to Wolf.
1. Pens down, Paul. What do you got?
Balto?
It is Balto. Did Lon have it?
I also had Balto.
Yeah, that's a tough pull, and they both
I had
got
Balky, but that's the guy from Perfect Strangers.
You're almost there. You got 3 letters right.
Harrison
Yeah.
Ford.
I had Fang, so I had no idea what it was. So,
you Blade Runner.
and I had kids. That's bad. I don't know all these animated stuff.
2 years ago.
I was looking up to see the director's cut before I saw the.
Oh, it might be very wrong.
2, 1. Now I'm going to you, Lon Harris.
It is Deckard.
Deckard.
It is Deckard. Rick
Deckard.
does
Rick
Paul
Deckard
Preston
Shaw.
have it?
Ford. I misunderstood the question.
Hey,
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Speaking of which, later on 2489.
Technically not correct.
Love that.
Just throwing his protein powder on the table.
That is a big mess.
All right,
Big
your
YouTube
next
right there.
category is in the world of Help Me Out crowd comedies. I think the crowd's still laughing at Paul Preston. Yuck, yuck.
I think they may be.
Your question in the world of top 2.
I like to think.
And freaking directors.
It's my favorite of the.
Which isn't the issue. It's who's directing a sequel to a comedy that I haven't even seen.
This is my favorite.
What?
I'm young.
You are young. Oh my God.
We're going to you, Mr.
Still access to the movie.
Richard Donner.
It is the great action director Tony Scott.
What?
I'll have it.
I had Martin Brest. No.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah, I
Tony
had Martin
Scott did
Brest
direct
too.
the
I thought that was a sequel.
Reaction.
Dude, you got to see Beverly Hills Cop. Come on.
Yeah, that's
I'm aware.
And go watch the Eddie Murphy and comedians in cars drinking coffee.
I'm spending my time doing good things like watching Jackie Brown, which was a mistake.
Yeah, look, if it's good enough for Flavor Flav, it's good enough for
Besmirch
me.
the good name of QT? Dude.
Number 7 in the category of horror thriller, the finale of the Alfred Hitchcock film Saboteur takes place at what famous U.S. landmark?
Hitchcock is a weakness for me, I'll tell you. I have to see more of him.
Oh,
I have a little 6-pack in my room of his movies that I gotta burn through.
a lot of things.
I've seen a lot, and there's still a lot to see.
Look, get it right stuff.
He's the gift that keeps on giving.
Down, going to you, Mr. Harris.
Statue of Liberty.
It is the Statue of Liberty. Paul had it too. Still working on that
Yeah,
perfect
Marcus
round
Paul.
1,
Yeah.
and it all comes
Didn't
down
have.
to Paul Preston. If he gets this one correct,
You know what? That'd be good. They can just run through town like Pirates of the Caribbean too. The man's chest and just.
and actresses.
Oh no, it's like what's the Japanese video game?
Not fun. Not fun.
These are famous
Rampage?
actors and
No.
actresses.
I was thinking like Tomodachi Life, and I know that's wrong. Katamari Damacy, that's what it
Name
is.
2 movies that Robert Redford and Paul Newman have starred in together.
Ooh.
The concentration on the crowd.
And they both got it with 1 second to spare. Paul, we go to you first for a perfect round.
The Sting and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
He has thrown a perfect round number 1.
I also had the Sting and Butch Cassidy in the second.
He got it as well.
Fantastic.
I had the Sting and Blanking Part 2.
I had Jeremiah's Johnson.
sneeze at, but
And the old men with guns.
he comes in here with a 1-0.
I don't know why we would need to see Jeremiah as Johnson, but it's nice that you've seen that movie.
See that after you see Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes. So, Paul,
Spiritual
what is
sequel, I think, right?
what is your round one total?
Emerson,
4.
Sam and Michael's
Same here.
mother in The Lost Boys.
Diane Weist.
That's another point
Oh,
for Paul Preston.
and the protein powder keg has done himself a completely perfect round one.
He's
Is
gonna
that
be coming
considered
in next time
doping in the
sponsored by-
Schmodown?
Paul, talk to Paul. I will be right
Is
back.
this the Schmodown
Please
version of
no
doping? Can we have the
drugs
committee-
or
the international
powder libations
committee,
while I'm gone.
rule on
You
this?
know, but that's interesting.
No
By the way,
because
I like protein powder cake.
powder is not allowed to
I may
have
go with that in the future.
Your pipe could be considered
I like
performance
that.
enhancing as
Pretty
well.
good. Danielle, nice work.
It's just a problem.
Danielle was great on the desk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We move on to round
children
number
in the
2. In round number 2, this is the wheel round. The wheel
Oh,
of fate.
boy, the wheel round.
And justice has emerged.
So how is that wheel? Are the pegs really that sensitive?
12 wedges on there. Yep.
Yeah, but that's probably good, right? So when they, you never know where it's going to land. If they were rigid and solid, you get an idea of what's coming. You can probably spin accordingly
from that
to
world. Each
plant it
person-
somewhere on purpose. You don't want that. Nobody
But
wants that.
Stealing is available.
Sure, absolutely.
Number 2. So if you're not sure the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer.
The wheel is everything, though.
Down to
The wheel is life.
Rachel's match. It's everything.
the favorite going
Right.
into this, but him and his
It's your
Right.
friend or your enemy, but either way, it's not
Paul
100%
Preston.
not a non-factor ever.
You're down by 3, Lon. And so
Well, you
now
mentioned
Paul-
before earlier is that it is true. The game is just as important as the knowledge. I mean, like Matt Atchity came on and he'd ask for the wrong JT rules, and if you don't know when to do what, you can lose it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's not only the wheel, but then they throw in, they get the JTE rules and you got the multiple choice. They're all piling it on in the second round. It's like, hey, look, I just know stuff. And I just answer the stuff that I know. But then you know other things as well. And that's why it's a slow build into me understanding those things. And then once I do, again, look out.
At your leisure, sir.
Absolutely.
Right?
Then they'll throw you into a championship match where it's 5 rounds, and you have to do that the first time then too.
Yeah, then your reflexes come into play. And, those people on Jeopardy who are always doing this. I clicked it.
Into a
Oh.
He was,
Oh.
he was so close to getting himself exactly
Opponent's
what he wanted.
choice.
Now,
See, so the question we have to face today, and we will see, does Paul Preston have a weakness?
Oh, there we go.
Or
Or does Lon know
you
it?
guys invite me on to relive that wonderful moment.
He's going to go with
Hey.
Kate
Kate
Winslet.
Winslet.
We're here for your best and for your worst. We're a very supportive podcast.
You did not say that. That is what we call a gesture.
That is true. All right, so Kate Winslet, your questions will be administered by
Kate.
Ms. Bradford. Again, each
Kate
question
Winslet.
is one point if you
Go back.
choice
Watch
of
more
lines.
Downton Abbey.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Points. Not blinking.
2. Kate Winslet stars aside.
That I don't know.
Oh, boy, I turned around at the wrong time.
Hey, you got your first one.
Repeat.
Is it
Repeat the question.
Please.
Hitch 2?
Okay. Kate Winslet
Get hitched?
stars aside Will Smith in what film?
The hitching?
It's the
The last
Hitch 2
hitch.
quickening.
That is incorrect. So for a steal, Lon Harris can't give you the options because Paul did not go to multiple choice. So
Is it a Winter's Tale?
not a
No.
Winter's Tale either.
Not
I'm looking
Winter's
for
Tale.
Collateral Beauty.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that existed.
Yeah, exactly. And that movie is
Garbage.
weird.
My
Like,
favorite.
it was pitched as this whole thing about a guy who
It was very
his wife-
impressive of the
his daughter
competitors.
dies or something, and then he has this whole story. But apparently, what it's really about is a bunch of people like forcing that memory and sadness on him, making him think he's losing his mind just so they can steal his company. It's like a whole crazy movie that's not the movie that they told you that was the movie.
Oh,
That's
So,
not even that.
actually,
Not
not that it
even
happened.
drunk on protein powder ramblings.
That is correct.
That is in fact the plot of the
I've never
movie, and
heard
it
of
is
I've
terrible,
Never heard of any
just
of those words.
I've never.
One
awful.
of them has like that IER, which I think means yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I said it.
I did not.
Protein powder ramblings. Hey, don't let that phrase catch on, all right? No one listening to this guy.
Number 4. How many separate factions are there in the dystopian society for
Ooh,
teenagers
oh.
to choose from in the Divergent series?
Oh man, is it?
Not a young adult.
As a young adult, I can
It
help
will
you with
be. You
this.
look wonderful. Very clear right
Yeah, we're not young adults, so James is probably you more than us.
Is it A, 4? Is it B, 5? Is it C, 6? Is it
That's
D?
learning the game. Numbers are never a good thing for multiple choice unless you don't want to steal.
That's the only one I saw.
That's right.
I could list you all as well.
Incorrect. So
Is it
we go
4?
to Lon.
4? I thought it was 4.
Yeah.
So-
B4, B5, C6, D8.
D8.
5.
That is correct. It is
What?
5.
Wait.
All right,
What?
so a
I
big
knew
steal
that.
there.
I
for
knew
Lon
Wow.
Harris
Not
taking
again.
the
My
last
film
weapon.
series was
Again, Lon
irrelevant.
Harris ended this round down by
And
3,
unfinished, right?
round by 6, but now the
Yeah, they were
professor
going to do a
up to that
TV
wheel.
show to
He
finish
gets
it
something that he
because it got
likes.
so
He can
bad they couldn't even quite
Oh,
get to the
no.
point where
The last one
Round
bombed so
three,
hard.
Lon.
The part
floor
2
is
they
yours.
planned didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, don't
they
make
were
me
going to
watch
do it
it,
on TV, but then the lead was like, "I'm not doing that."
See if there's any actual tobacco.
And this
Shailene
game
Woodley,
has
right?
been
Um,
more of an academic spin.
Garth McMurray in the chat.
Academically,
Stop peddling your incorrect
shows us
perceptions.
this.
4 is the correct answer.
So Lon, round and round it goes. And again, with Lon Harris, we know that he's big into fantasy sci-fi.
No.
He might also be big into the
No.
spinner's
Right,
choice.
that's fun also in the show. Ooh,
Movie quotes.
Spin
How do you
again.
feel about movie quotes, Lon?
it's gonna spin again. I bet.
All
It's gonna
right.
keep moving.
No,
This is
wow.
kind of
Whoa.
category, Danielle. This could
A
be
tough
from any movie
category.
ever.
It could be from any movie ever, or it could just be from the 5 movies every dude that
Insanity.
the time
Rachel
codes
Rachel
and
Cushing said
count.
the other day about how quotes are so weird because you
Point
don't
break.
hear the character. You just hear this random spirit. You got to go through every movie you ever listened to or every watched, rather.
In the world of movie quotes.
Exactly it.
And you're querying
Every Spielberg movie or every movie ever.
hesitate. Is a
Brave.
line from which action favorite?
And that could be from a number of action movies. It just sounds like an action movie.
Is it The Rock?
No.
I would say Paul would know.
The Rock's a person, dude.
Next time you have a chance to kill someone,
Oh.
don't hesitate is a line from which action favorite? That's on second.
I'll say Commando.
That is incorrect for
You
a
have multiple
huge
choice.
2-point steal. Paul,
Yeah.
can you get it? About 8 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Man on Fire.
Looking for Die Hard.
That's Die Hard.
All-time
Wow.
classic.
Quote the scene it's from in Die Hard for me.
I too wish to hear that.
I agree with you, actually.
Look, we have the teacher's edition of this. This doesn't necessarily explain context. We just know the right answer.
For context, here you.
Die Hard
Apparently,
2.
Garth
Die
McMurray knows
Hard.
the answer.
Competitors?
You
Die
nerd.
Hard.
All right.
Yeah.
I take your word on it.
Garth McMurray, take a seat at the table. Spin the wheel, pal.
All ending with a movie.
Guy knows so much. Come on, let's go.
We're trying. We're getting
In
there.
Apocalypse Now, Kurtz tells Willard that he is an errand boy sent by whom to collect the bill.
I'll do
Lon's
multiple choice.
lunch drunk
I
at
can
this
find
point.
that for you. Is it A, the gas company, B, grocery clerks, C, the dress shop, or D, thugs?
Grocery clerks.
They give him a point. I'm not
That's
sure if he
correct.
knew it or he had to think about it or got a recall, but he got the point. And he now finds himself trailing by 5. So he could really use the full 2 points on these next
See,
two
if it's
questions.
Ed
But
Harris
I'll
quote, I'll
line up the
definitely
question
get
in
it.
Category. Which 1990s Tom Clancy adaptation contains the quote, "Hey Ryan, be careful what you shoot at. Some things in here don't react too well to bullets."
That's-
I'll go with Hunt for Red October. There are 3, guys. Could have been any.
What other Tom Clancy 90s adaptations are there that matter?
All Preston, up by 3 buttons. Still has
Games,
one more
good.
question. And your last quote would be,
I'm I'm wondering if Downtown Abbey comes into play again here.
I know this one.
He got that
Yeah.
All right,
2
catching up.
points, and now we have ourselves.
Speaking of Tarantino, it is his
Close
best
the
movie.
gap.
Well, Paul Preston beating Lon Harris by just 1 going into the
Wow.
match, Danielle, but also who is going into
You
So what
know.
goes in your head when you choose your numbers? Or you have a process by what numbers you choose?
Cannot lose game. Both of them so far.
Yeah,
are able
I
to-
mean,
Let's hope
there's a
that they're
couple of
able-
options. So if I tell you what I choose most of the time, and then people try and steal those numbers from me, it's fine. I got backups from times I've won the lottery. Not kidding.
Really?
Not a ton of money, but I won something. You know,
You're going to give us
$350 in college, paid the rent.
Each number you give us corresponds
So,
to a
Well,
yeah. How am I not going to use those numbers? Those are my numbers. Those are lucky numbers.
Yeah, the first question is, how many movies was Martin Cove in? 1. How many good movies was he in? 1.
On Harris, you are the favorite. However, Paul Preston.
That's the thing. You know 5 of them, but I think he's been in about 150.
By 1 point. So Paul,
One of
I
those guys.
barely know the name, so I can't
believe
say
it.
much.
first. What feels lucky?
4, 7, and 12.
Just take a descriptive word, and then take a word from an action movie, put them together. Hard Justice. He's probably in that,
16.
right?
Hard
Yeah.
and 16.
Double Impact.
All right, Lon.
Lawful
On behalf
target.
of
Dragon.
questions, Danielle will
Triple
be
punch. He'd be in something called triple punch. Made it up, but I'm probably right. He's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, though.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I didn't know that.
for 2 points.
And if you didn't know that, see it again, because you should anyway. And then look for him. He's got a line, but still, the Cobra stuff is awesome. Between Cobra Kai and this, I mean, he's the man.
Absolutely. Can't wait for Cobra Kai season 3.
So good, especially on TV.
Absolutely. And it shouldn't be. That's what the great thing about it is. It's like,
I did know that, and I did know that. That is correct.
Yeah,
for
I knew
2
that one.
points.
Spike Lee.
Lon Harris vaults himself into the
Well,
lead.
guys, gotta go.
And by 1
oh, wow.
we move
Is it like Ash catching? You put the backwards hat on, and suddenly get serious.
In the category of sports. And so for 2 points, it's going to be Harrison Ford stars as Branch Rickey alongside Chadwick
Ooh, I know this one.
Boseman in what film?
42.
42.
That is correct.
Branch Rickey, Jackie Robinson, also real people.
Also real people. I'm not sure if you all.
We are learning a lot about American history here today.
I'm proud of us.
Hey,
All right,
Preston,
so-
you got the 2-pointer. That's
You're not
good.
the only professor.
So well done. You selected number 8 for your 3-point category. And number 8 up here corresponds to the wild, wacky, wonderfully abbed world of Brad Pitt. And your question for 3 points. And once again, the lead. What primarily TV actor stars alongside Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts as a gay hitman in 2001's The Mexican?
Nothing worse than knowing the answer and you can't feel. That's the worst.
Right?
You just got to sit there and fester and sit on it, choke it down.
Probably the same feeling as when your teammate is, you know the answer, your teammate doesn't.
Hey, this is no time to besmirch Adam.
Oh, no?
James Gandolfini.
Oh,
James
honestly, Pedro Pascal.
So now it could come down to this, where Lon is faced with his 5-point question, Danielle. What is going through the professor's head as he has to get this right to force Paul's hand?
I think what's going through his head right now is I wish Danielle wasn't trying to narrate what's going through my head. Mostly that it's, he wants to win. He wants to move on. He wants to get into the ultimate schmodown, which is what everyone is here for. This is why you play the game.
It was partly that and partly Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata.
He said constantly. All right, Lon. You selected number 16.
Papa Tech, by the way better than Moonlight Sonata.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll act like I listen to classical music. That's a great opinion, Preston. Good job.
It corresponds to Disney movies.
Disney.
Your question is, in Disney's
Favorite category.
what kind of mythological creature is Phil?
He's a satyr.
5 points for
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
I
the
had kids, so I
professor
knew that.
had cartoon movies.
As long as you know what the character looks like, you can guess it.
Teacher, it
I've
doesn't
been
matter
to
if you know
Passover.
what is
Yeah, Seder is a dinner.
I think that's illegal in some countries, Paul.
So now the hand of Paul Preston.
But a delicacy in others.
Both of these questions remaining. He's got his 3 and his 5 left. So, Danielle, he first selected number 7 for his 3-point question. What category does that correspond to?
That is in the category of dramas. Who plays Janet Armstrong in First Man?
Claire Foy.
That's correct.
That is correct.
All
Brilliant.
right.
3 points.
All right. So,
Who
Danielle,
is she, by the way? Came out of nowhere. Suddenly she's the biggest thing.
She was in The Crown.
Yeah.
But I mean, before that,
It's insane.
it's like nothing to a huge lead role. I'm impressed.
Schmodown, but also where can he score some legal human growth hormone?
See,
Oh,
this
we
is
already know about
a
that.
horse tranquilizer. It feels
Exactly.
great.
So,
Trust me.
he
You
selected
gotta
number
start
12
there.
in his 5-point
You gotta
category.
work your
There's
way.
shade thrown about the illegality of my drink. Please. 100% legit.
Okay. for
Would you
5,
submit to a test on that?
possibly the game? In Waterworld,
Yeah, that's what you
What
want
is
to do with your time.
in exchange for sex with Helen.
Water.
Go to 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
In Waterworld, what is Kevin Costner's character offered by the traitor in exchange for sex with Helen?
One more.
To be fair, no one saw this movie.
And no one should, except for the live show at SeaWorld or wherever it is.
There you go.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That's his last JT.
Okay, you mentioned it earlier. You look like you're playing the game pretty well.
Offered by
You know how to use your
in
repeats.
exchange for sex.
You got to your 5-point question.
Gasoline.
And your winner, live.
Oh, I had oil.
It was paper.
It was paper.
Everybody
What's
knows.
okay, actually, that's money, technically. So,
No, it's true. It is one of the anniversary gifts that you
I'm
get.
feeling sad.
Your paper because you've been
God.
for a year.
I appreciate you saying that I was doing my JTE and multiple choice as well, but it can get better. It can get better.
Of course it can get better.
Outside of the teams. So I think I know, I took a multiple choice on numbers. I thought, hey, I'd be whittling it down for myself, then I realized I whittled it down for him after I got it wrong. So
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Was it Lon? Was it Paul?
Yeah,
so
that's definitely.
you get it like this.
Everyone here was
Doesn't matter because
everyone
both of you
here
missed the
had
question, so it doesn't
Rob
impact the
Salon.
score of the game.
Congratulations is going to be moving on to the Ultimate Schmodown.
Yeah, but when you lose by one,
From Paul
and you
Preston's
see
last time doing these
that
singles matches.
your multiple choice you gave him
Could
is
have had another
one.
We didn't. It
That
was-
haunts you, bro.
So
Yes.
I'm excited to see what he does next as well.
And again, look at this on paper. You've missed 3 questions the
And I'm
entire
excited to see
match.
what both of them have
That's
to say.
really
I didn't keep track. Is that right?
That's a
You
good
missed,
run.
you had all in round 1, you missed 2 in round 2, and 1 in round 3.
Oh, nice.
You only missed 3
the tournament.
out
Listen,
of
5-pointers are
More time away
from
from
hell.
my students. Excellent.
straight from hell.
We're sweating a
Because
little
you
bit.
never know. I mean, he got one. What's this
I do not
type of
perspire.
character is this character who's in an entire movie? Or hey, name that prop from that one scene
Mr.
at one time.
Very
So
talented.
you never know what you're going to get. You got to be prepared and
Yeah, we went right
you know.
down to the wire.
And you were asked about
Go my way.
a plot question about a garbage movie.
I'm very familiar with these cinematic
Like,
classic water
You shouldn't take this loss with anything because
you-
you won in our hearts.
The
That's the
gentleman
important
who
part.
speaks
That me, I did.
in
Yeah.
Waterworld
Dude,
is a very distinctive
thanks.
accent
Like
that
a
for
touch,
whatever
bro.
reason is such a
That's a world record right there.
paper. It's paper.
Also-
And so
Uncanny.
So I think we have to start.
You're late when I say
Now that you're an established talent, when do we get discount codes for buying online?
You're complimenting me. Let me turn this down. Go ahead.
there I really wanted
Now that you're an established player,
In the
Uh-huh.
first
do you have
place,
coupon
I think
codes
in
or
the
discount codes for
very
buying
direct
protein powder
categories,
online?
the questions
Is that right?
Or do you have any black market connections? Maybe you can set us up with some of that stuff you use.
You know,
Or
what
you can
what
establish your own
forward
brand.
to, if nothing else in the Schmodown, is
That's a better way to
marketing deal.
Dude, what kept your cool?
You know, I could be the face of what is this? 6-star whey protein.
I find it very
Face of
soothing.
that, dude. 6-star whey protein. What are you, some kind of douche? Use this stuff. It's great. If you don't use it, you're a jackbag.
Great works of the Western.
I think we
You got the name.
Is that good?
we just need to hire Jessica Sturger over here to take some good pictures. Like, hey, like make sure everyone knows that it's you as the face of Whey.
I've seen Jen Sturger's pictures. Yeah, I'm not quite to that level.
Hey, just like a competitor, you can get there by eating a lot of protein powder. Because your issue is right now you're watering it down. You need to take straight shots of it.
I did take it straight once, and it didn't make the cut. It happened off camera. I was like, bro, I took it.
Yeah, because it can kill you.
I downed the scoop. But you know the things you do to love, and I love movies.
Fully expect my next match you should bring a protein with your face on it. That should be on the desk with you.
Well, here, so wonderful, apparently super knowledgeable nerd, Garth McMurray. The only way is whey protein.
Deep, bro. That is deep.
Wait, did we miss a post match promo with you?
You did not.
Harloff. We'll see you real soon at the movie trivia.
Okay, let's see. Is there a cutscene? Is there a cutscene? Or is it Harloff talking?
All right, guys.
It is Harloff talking, so we can just shut that down. Okay. That was a great. Okay, so this is the first thing we have. Why didn't they interview you? Like, what?
They did. They just didn't use it for some reason. You know, but who am I to judge? I don't know what makes a good show. I'm not a producer.
Is that where you took your whole shot of protein powder?
No, that was the team match. That was the team match. I did that for you, and then choked on it. Practically went to the hospital. That's why in a post-game match and the teams match, I've got powder all over my chest because I practically dug the whole thing down my throat.
It's what's it called? It's like the cinnamon challenge, except for it's to beef you up, your muscle brain.
People died, bro.
Yeah,
died.
And you almost died for trivia, and that's how we know how dedicated you are to this game.
Thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's next for you?
You know, that's kind of what you do is you sit around and you wait to find out. You know, Christian was, you know, we turned it off before Christian was done talking, but that's what he does a lot of. You know, he does a lot of talking, he does a lot of thinking, puts things together. He's the grandmaster. He's the ultimate wizard behind all this stuff. It's a lot of work to organize this much talent and make them all, play each other in a satisfying way. And so, I just sit around and wait for my next opportunity. I think I've proven myself. So,
absolutely,
hopefully I'm on that list. But I got to wait to see what's next.
Well,
I shut my mouth off playing line, and now look where it got me. So I think I'm going to hang back and just wait for whatever comes next.
Wait. Where it got you? You were one multiple choice away from going to sudden death, and you had a higher accuracy rate than he did that match. He just hit his 5. That's the only difference.
Can you follow me around and do my stats everywhere I go in life? Like how many calories I eat?
I gotta. Oh man,
what is that jersey?
James, give me the movie guy intern.
Oh, here. So
James, what jersey is that behind you?
This is a commemorative jersey from a Jackie Robinson game, but it was worn by Jake Peavy by the San Diego Padres in
Is that where you are?
I don't. That's my parents. I don't give a shit about sports.
To love both. No, we just talked about 42, and then I noticed you had a Jackie up on the wall. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing, Paul, Mr. Preston. If you
want to know the thing.
If you need stats at all, you don't go to Frank Janish, who is the resident expert, whatever. You come to me. All right, I am here.
Ooh, all right. Well, look, you and Frank should have some kind of match.
Oh no, I've already argued with him a lot, and he's like, I don't want to play. I don't want to get involved. I'm just here to have fun and to give you stats. He's just running.
He's scared.
He's
scared.
Hey, look at if I'm proof of anything, loudest guy wins. Right?
Always.
1 second.
His nickname is the loudmouth in his fan league. So
I thought he was going to take his shirt off. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's what I thought. Like, wait a second.
We're actually lucky he has pants on, I think. We're lucky as fans. Well, what? Oh, here he comes with his.
What is this?
So that was actually going to be my point in the next thing is, so me and Paul both work for Action Industries. Great name.
Right.
Do you know what the nickname is I gave myself as a part of the fan league's eventual competition and within the workspace? I am
want to hear
the loudmouth.
Ah, there you go.
And that is something every competitor needs to know. And it even comes to you booking your next match. It's not about how well did I play, how am I in teams, singles, inner geekdom, how much protein powder can I chug? It's about talking shit and finding someone who wants to face you.
But dude, you saw how that went. I might just go with the flow and then see what happens next. Maybe take somebody by surprise, you know?
But also, you now have a rivalry with Rachel Silvestrini. That's very hard to say. You already have that.
Okay, for the record, nobody says her name right. Nobody right there. There was a post recently on Facebook. It said Rachel Silvestrini versus Paul Preston, and someone said, "I vote for Silvestrini," and spelled the name wrong right underneath where the name was, dude.
It shows you your name when you're writing it. It's not hard,
dude. But yeah, so well, listen. I guess it's a rivalry. You know, I won, so you make it what you want of that. But I felt like revenge happened there. It could be done, but you know, there's respect at least.
And so, how familiar? So, I was going to ask you this earlier. How familiar are you with the Schmodown and the space within it?
And the what?
So, prior to getting your match with Adam and going up against Inky in the Brain, how much did you know about the Schmodown?
Well, I watched a bunch because, like I said, it was back in 2012 or 2013 when we first met Christian and Mark. So I saw what they were doing, but I never delved into it until I heard there was an opportunity to get involved. And then I realized how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah.
You know? So it was a slow learning, but I didn't sit and go, hey, I hope this goes well. No, I watched, I learned, I looked, I saw what everybody was doing. I saw where their rankings were. I saw who's come and gone. I saw who's still in it. You know, it's important to look at all that stuff if you want to win. Or again, you can just sit back, be entertained, laugh a lot, and lose.
Yeah. Well, see, so here's where the difference is.
Yeah.
Is right now Lon Harris has one of the most prestigious titles of one of the best players who has never won a championship. And you almost beat him. That is a very big sign for your skill in your matches to come.
I will take that. He's like he's like Phil Mickelson, but you know, Mickelson. I mean, here's me using sports references, and he already said it's not a thing.
I like sports references. We don't have to talk.
Phil Mickelson was a golfer who never won the big game, then he finally did, and it's the whole thing.
Right.
You know, if you want to know where my headspace is, I have a whole book. What's it called? A whole book rack here, bookshelf of sports memorabilia, limited edition stuff, bobbleheads, pictures, everything. That's not mine. In my room, I got a La La Land poster and a Chicago poster.
Okay,
I am not
La La Land. How great was La La Land?
Oh,
one of the greatest movies of the last 20 years.
Seen it 5 times.
Any of the crap that movie got, people were way off base. That movie is magic.
Yeah.
I could watch Seb and Mia roam around L.A. Look, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Watching Cliff and Rick reminded me of watching Seb and Mia. I could watch both those characters in that magical, amazing place, walk around and have adventures for 5-6 hours. Totally different LAs. But there's something about those people in that place, I could have watched it forever, man. And it just broke my heart, too. It was brilliant.
So another question I want to ask is, now, you know, you and Adam, the movie guys, you are establishing your presence within the team's division. Do you see any upwards movement, any development of who you guys are? Like, maybe you'll get into complex entrances. Maybe y'all will lean face or heel. Where do you see you two going and evolving within the space?
Listen, we are who we are. That's the thing. You know, if I was anything other than authentic, I mean, it'd be dopey. If I'm not going to go heel, what are you, nuts? I love this. There's plenty of angry guys who are mean when they talk about trivia in this league. They wear sunglasses indoors. They act like they're pissed off to be involved. You know, look, we're having a good time. And I think, what was the first part of your question? The entrances. Listen, we had to establish ourselves first. If we want to have fun with entrances, I think we've got the means to do that. I think we got the creativity to get it done too. But, you know, it involves establishing yourself first with the modern day poets of Third Eye Blind, and then maybe later on having some fun.
Because I just pictured you and Adam coming in as Rick and Cliff. One of y'all would have like spray on abs coming into some weird obscure 70s or 60s song, and then taking a blowtorch to the studio.
It'd be great.
Yeah,
it'd be great. Spoiler.
So
it's too late. You say spoiler after, it doesn't matter. But,
yeah, that's true. Just make sure you credit him.
He's like
Brad Pitt's like 55 or something. He looks amazing.
Yeah,
and still does shirtless scenes like no tomorrow.
Yeah, he should.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so I want to do a quick little plug. I want to see if I can do it, making this very simple. There you go. Great. So here we have the current rankings of the movie Trivia Schmodown.
I know. I made the list. How about that?
Yes.
There you go.
I'll just make this bigger on the screen. So right now, you outplayed the 17th seed, who now rises to about the 12, 11 seed.
Right.
You could have gotten up there.
I just got on the list. Am I going to jump? Am I going to be knocked off it now, or what?
No. So you're still on the list. You will probably end up. Actually, you might not even fall that much. You'll probably, if you fall, you'll just drop down one spot.
I don't even think you'll fall down that, to be honest with you, because you've been very impressive even in your loss. It was still an impressive.
Technically,
take that into account, these numbers, guys.
Me a little bit.
Yeah. They take that into account, the numbers, guys.
No, absolutely.
Deloitte and Touche, or whoever it is who puts all this together.
Yeah, it's Frank Janusz and Skaluski.
The offices of Janusz and Skaluski.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
By the way, Janusz Skaluski was the best DP that Spielberg ever worked with.
Oh man! But I will say this definitely has been a great debut from you guys. Not debut, but it's been a meteoric rise already so far because you've had the knowledge, the gameplay is getting better.
You had two perfect rounds. The percent
rounds right away.
No one has the amount of first rounds you have in comparison to not perfect rounds.
And as far as character goes, I mean, you're yourself and everything, but you got such a charismatic presence already that it kind of sets you apart. So I think it's definitely going to be a bright future ahead of you in the showdown.
And again, I'm not entirely.
Hey, I don't want to record all this. All right, go ahead.
I'm not sure how familiar you are with who else is in the division, but you're right around the ranks of one of the greatest of all time, Drew McWeeny, one of the most underrated players in the league, Janine the Machine, and again, Lon Harris. Also, Eric Zipper, who's part of a championship-level team, Brendan Meyer, who's part of a championship-level team, and David Del Rio, who was on the road to a title shot. Burnett and Makuga, say what you will about them, but there's a reason they're below you. You are a star on the rise.
There are four things you need. There are four things you need, I think, in this book. You need knowledge.
Hang on a second.
Write this down.
I'm gonna put the. Here it is. All right, go ahead.
You need 1, knowledge.
Okay.
2, character. Presence.
No, his name is Preston.
Okay.
That's another nickname later.
Well, presence.
You need gameplay.
Okay.
And then you need luck.
Dude, that's 5 things.
5. The presence and character is kind of the same thing.
You have inwriting, Paul.
Great inwriting. So,
all right.
And right now you can control 3 of them, and you got the 3 of them to start with. Now you just need a little bit of luck on your side as well.
So yeah, well, you can control luck, preparedness. Actually, that's all I got.
Hey, you can always start somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
So the reason I pulled this up is, yes, we are starting the singles tournament. A lot of these people, up here, they're booked, whatever. But you occupy a spot where if you just start talking shit, you can get a very early match next season.
Yeah, very much so.
So, giving you the space, is there anyone on here who you would like to take down? Sassy Stacey Howard, part of Corruption, has spent her season with getting TKO'd twice. You have Chance Ellison, who lost to the current singles champion and is also part of the possibly championship team. Again, Eric Zipper, Brendan Meyer, both on your level, but have not had as impressive stats.
You update this, and I'm 1-1, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So, I mean, I don't want to take anybody on. Again, I told you we're shooting off my mouth went last time. I know you say I should talk shit, but I'm telling you, dude.
I have this.
But I will say this: anybody with a losing record above me, I don't get it. How is that even possible? Who's doing the numbers? Janusz Kaminski or whatever? It just doesn't seem right. These numbers need an overhaul. Just because volume shouldn't put you up high if you lose a lot, right?
So
I played a lot, I lost a lot, so I'm higher up on the thing. It doesn't make sense.
The way stats work is before you get solidified, you need 5 matches. You've gotten 3, you need 2 more, and they're gonna be wins. If you keep playing like you do, you're gonna have wins.
I like you guys. Again, Paul, you're great, but James, you gotta come hang out with me. Like, we gotta walk around. You gotta make me feel good. I gotta go
I've
down.
already been invited to manage.
I gotta wait at the DMV. I want you there to make
James is a good hype man.
my time.
Again, I'm the loudmouth. I talk a lot. And but again, so what you can do, David Del Rio, he has beaten Whitney Seibold, who was part of a former championship level team, and he beat him. He also lost to Liz Shannon Miller, who I believe her accuracy rate is around 70%, and you are batting around 80.
Where's Liz?
Liz is
top 10.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah.
She has. Again, so to be told as nice as possible, a lot of people, including us, are not fans of how she's gotten that 3-1, but she has gotten them.
But the record's a record. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You know?
But stats-wise, you were ahead of her, just like you were ahead of Del Rio. Burnett, I won't stick you on because you'll knock him out. Plain and simple. Have you seen Burnett versus Dagnino?
Name a movie. Anyway.
That's a yes.
One of the greatest matches in the history of the Schmodown. That's just for not the right reasons.
The answer to that is Seabiscuit, by the way. Go ahead.
As your informal hype man, David Del Rio, the man who has beaten the great and has lost to a somebody. Or someone who you would get along with very well, Josh McCouga, the local drunk of the Schmodown, who will dance.
He's 25th. What do I want to punch down?
Yes, because it gets you a win.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
just said no punching up, so we got to punch down.
No, I would punch up at a guy who's ranked higher than me, but has a losing record. This doesn't seem to make sense. But I see what you're saying about stats and whatever, yada yada. Yeah. But man, you're crusty. You're like that.
Crusty.
Go get the guy. You know, am I right? Hey, this guy is down on his luck. He's in last. Go beat his ass so you can raise, improve your stats and get high. Yeah, I gotta start thinking like you. But you're right.
Well, Josh McCouga is one of the 2 players who has lost 10 times, so you'll be in great company of putting him at 12.
I'd actually like to see you face Zipper. That's what I would like to say. He's a couple ahead of you.
I don't want to hurt Zipper like that, man. I like Zipper now. He's cool. He's chill.
Oh, I like Zipper too, but he had a good showing when he moved Geeked them to the regular. So I think it'd be a nice matchup to say.
But okay, tell me, Paul Preston versus Josh McCouga wouldn't be the best, the match of the season.
As far as that would be a character match for sure.
Well, after our team match, people were putting in the chat that they wanted us to play the Wildberries.
Yes,
it's a similar vibe. It's the kind of
playing late to the party at the next live event.
Yes, at Arizona, they were playing late to the party, and no matter how that match goes, they will be playing the family in the tournament match. So they are booked for the season.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Unless you want to just crash
the winner of that,
just make it a 3-way match.
Wildberries. Doesn't matter how it goes. How do you know all this stuff? Who are you, James?
I have no wife.
Last name's not Harloff or Ellis.
He's in their back pocket somewhere.
I'm sorry. Actually, I don't have anything to prove in here that I'm poor, other than I just have a single glove just sitting around sadly.
That is sad, OJ.
That is very sad, James. Very sad.
Hey, you know what? The glove fits. Damn it. Okay. Oh wait, I murdered her. I need to shut down the camera. Yeah, there you go.
You're like
You're too young for that.
You are
actually.
half Johnny Cochran, though. Make no mistake.
Don't know what that means. Okay.
Oh man. So,
Yes, but I guess some people live chat. If you guys have any questions for the future multiple game winner, highest stats of the industry,
Multiple game winner.
he's gonna say future champion. We want to hit. That's it.
Future.
Where's your
I am
participant.
campaigning multiple people to be champions. I can't add you to the list.
James,
It's a very
Future
champion.
answerer.
there you go. The
Future
future question answerer.
Dude.
You can make your own belts. Buy one from JCPenney's. Just take a Sharpie to it. Perfect. But
That's what.
as I was saying in the chat, if you guys have any questions for future answerer Paul Preston, please let us know. Sound off. We can throw them up. Backtracking a little bit, Garth McMurray has the perfect system for training, personality, preparation, perseverance, and powder. I feel like
Paul
everybody should take notes of that.
There it is.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
alliteration and anxious anchors placed in powerful posts. That's the broadcast news. Dude, I defy you to tell me where my weakness is.
Then I'm gonna take like 3 minutes to find this little reference.
Well, you're going to take 3 minutes to find a reference?
3 minutes to find a reference. He's poor. He has no internet. That's what it is, barely.
I thought he was a Harloff. He's no Harloff. He's going to kill 3 minutes of dead air while he looks on his phone.
I actually did 2 areas. Voila, in view, a humble vaudevillian veteran cast vicariously as both victim and villain, whatever. V for Vendetta, VP, boom, done.
I forgot to hit stop. I've been recording for 9 minutes.
Hey,
It's
see,
good for
after
you.
I gave you tips, now I keep building you up, Mr. Trivia Answerer.
Yeah, I'll play
You
that
got
back. I want to feel good.
Yes. Wow, and we have a very small live chat today, which sucks. So, Mr. Denuzio, rapid fire questions. Go.
Rapid fire questions. All right. Who's going to be the next?
Is it Denuzio?
This is actually a funny thing
not.
because this is,
Dude,
it.
that's not your name.
This is a lot of. I'll tell it on air real quick. This is actually the action guys did the same thing. They called me Denuzio for a year. The actual name is Denuzio. I know it's spelled Denuzio. I think when my grandfather came over from Italy, I think he dropped the I somewhere. But to this day, or no, not to this day, he passed away. But all my life, he would always say Denuzio. My father would say Denuzio, even though it's spelled Denuzio. So I guess to honor him, I still go with Denuzio. My wife, my mother, they can actually say Denuzio, so no one spells it wrong. It's kind of a thing. It is
Denuzio? Denuzio?
Denuzio. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Paul Denuzzo, do you have any questions?
Okay, Spence. Spencey? Is it Spencey?
Spencey.
So it used to be Reich until my grandmother moved from Germany. So it's a good thing we changed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Here's
not
a question.
joke.
Wow, awkward.
Question. You know, there are certain factions in the Schmodown.
Yeah.
Do you have any faction that you would think you would enjoy joining?
Oh, good question. Like I said, most of them are just angry people, right? I'm honestly, I want to join these guys so they can like sit around and be miserable, and wear their sunglasses. Yeah, that's why I don't. This is why I play craps. All right, you guys ever play craps?
Yes.
Social game. The only downside is you're having so much fun you forget that you're actually gambling until you're $300 down. But I can't play this Texas Hold'em. It's just a bunch of guys doing this.
That's a good point.
It's about as much fun as a stick.
Okay, so how would you feel? What if you
want to be with the fun guys? So far, Adam's the guy.
would you join the Thornbush faction and start mixing your protein powder with Fireball?
See, I got to stay focused. That's the thing.
That's a winner's drink right there.
There might be. I'd like to play the Wild Berries just to see if we get along in Hell Raising.
That would actually be a great faction. Maybe create your own fun faction.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hell Raising, local asshole Jake Iacovetta, I did say that one right. Staying in singles, we're getting more movie guys just to refine it. Yeah. Do you see yourself as having a bigger future in singles or in teams with Adam?
The goal was to avenge the doubles, the team lost, right, and then see what happens next. So I mean, yeah, but I'm doing well here. I hope that it leads to us being brought back as a team, because Adam certainly in there, he shows up at the matches, and he's not my manager, he's my teammate. But he's taken on a manager role in this time when I've been playing singles. I don't want that to go on forever, so I want to bring it back into the fold. Hopefully that happens soon.
Garth McMurray, who once again is just being very active in the chat. Thank you. So the backyard scene. Does Adam just live in a fort? How did you find him there? What is that? Is that a
He was so distraught after the Vibes Fly screw up. He went to a fort. You ever find one of your friends just in a fort?
Well, is it his fort or is it a fort? Did he steal a fort from some other trivia?
Himself and keep himself away from the world. He didn't want any part of it. He's like, I'm done. I'm out. And I said, look, you can't be out. I'm getting revenge. You got to be part of this. Again, I'm reaching out. I want him to be part of this. And if the first thing I got to do is break him out of his funk, and I'll do it, dude. Guy's my bro. I'll do it.
We got another question in the chat from Brian Nussbaum. If the Schmoes came out of retirement, would you and Adam want to face them? Because you guys are the future version of them.
Okay, I like to take this the way I want to take it. Because every time there's a match, people are like, oh, it's Harloff's older drunken brother. Oh, somebody put Harloff and Will Ferrell in a blender. Oh, look, it's Harloff and a burn victim had a baby. Dude. Please. I'm listening. I hear these things. But look.
Who called you a burn victim?
Some guy. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. Who knows? That's why you can just let it go. It's some anonymous guy. He said it. He had its day, and he feels funny, and he's good. And off you go. But, oh, wait a minute. What's happening? What is this?
Somebody's riffing on the Cowboys. You're having a Cowboys hat on?
See if we can start some shit.
Cowboys fan?
What is it? You think I'm a Steeler fan? Is that it?
I think being a Cowboy fan.
Well,
Stone Cold.
Yeah, right. The Attitude Era. That's the best.
Cold and hot. Oh, absolutely.
Stone Cold, the best way to drink your IPAs.
I forgot the previous question. What were we talking about?
Whether you would like to face the Schmodown, the future of them, supposedly.
Right. So I like to think that rising to the greatness of the Schmoes, Christian running the league, Mark being at the face of the league, that could be our future, as opposed to us being old Harloff and Ellis.
So they're the old you, and you're the new face. That's what you want to say.
Yeah, there may be a, some guy's got to hand it down at some point.
Yeah. So, important question.
If that's what you mean by me in the future, yes. If you mean I came from the future and I'm old Harloff right before he died, hey, have fun in your chat session. I'm gonna
I can promise that we haven't said that. However, there's an important question we need addressed here.
Yeah.
Would you play at a live event?
Of course. Well, I came on the scene at the free-for-all.
Yeah.
Sadly, I was part of that Bibiani bomb that knocked out the whole table after only 2 rounds. So, I wanted to go further there. And that's, of course, when you go up in the balcony, you sit there answering all the questions, right, playing with your friends. I got them all right. Of course, the ones when I was out there, they weren't as friendly to me. So Bibiani knocked me out. But it was great.
Yeah.
The energy, the energy was the best.
Are you interested in playing in Nashville? Hashtag Spin on Nashville, which is our resident hashtag. Would you want to play in Nashville live?
Is this the guy who started the Schmodown Nashville hashtag, and then suddenly everybody started putting the hashtags?
It's a long story. He wasn't the first, but it is our collective hashtag. We will get it in Nashville.
Dylan Camacho is the one who actually has been hardcore going.
You unfortunately couldn't make it today, but Schmodown Nashville is the perfect location for a live Schmodown event.
There you go. I'm just going to go Schmodown hometown. That way I don't piss anybody off.
So I see a political career in your future all of a sudden.
I wouldn't want to go to Nashville. It's like Music City.
Yeah,
it's true.
Right?
There you go.
I'm sure they got crazy nightlife.
You can
They had the NFL draft there. I would love to check that out. That'd be great. That'd
You
be
can start.
fun.
You can actually go to the draft as the official face of whey protein.
That's right. And put my actual face on this, like you said. Work on that.
That's what I'm saying. Next week, big picture.
You're gonna have your face plastered all over it. You're gonna be taking promo shots at every angle.
You at my side, making sure everything's cool.
Yeah.
Check the stats. How many photos did they take of me? And how many press are at the on the red carpet?
Having Jen Sturgeon in the background, it's like, need a new angle. Move your face.
A weird world where Jen Sturger would take pictures of me. It's like
we need somebody to model whey protein. And we can give you like a little we can give you like a curtain made of strictly whey protein, or a carpet made of whey protein. Just really set up the space.
It does. Yeah.
What else we got? We got another one. Oh, here's a question from Garth. If you had a chance to go up against Dan Merle or Paul Oyama, would you?
Yes. Yeah. I've watched them both. I've watched Oyama since his very beginning. All these guys, any given Saturday or whenever the match is, today, any given Friday, any given day, it could just not go their way. And I could be there, and as long as I'm making a strong showing for myself, all you can do is make a strong showing for yourself. If you're talking about how I only miss 2 questions, maybe 3 questions per match, I keep that up. The day's going to come when one of those guys miss 4, I'm the guy. So, that's how it works. Stats. That's you, James.
There you go.
Stats come my way one time or another, and if it's against somebody who's great, then that's just good timing for me.
Yeah. So I have a very important question here. I'm not sure if you know, but we are a team action podcast. We have unfortunately lost them, but there is still the imminent question we need to ask everybody. Are you Team Bateman or are you Team Guy?
Yeah, you make me choose. Make me streep this one. I think I got to go Bateman.
That is the end of the podcast.
Thank you for coming, Kate, on the podcast. We'll see you later.
I hate Paul Preston. We need to talk to everyone later. We need to go sort this out. You have lost your stats, man.
We started off with the heel broadcast, so we got to stick with our heels.
I started to like you, Paul. You just ruin it. Like, look at this face. How could you say no to that face?
He's just angry, bro. He's just
I know, and I'm angry.
Focus a little more, and maybe you'll have a Bateman-like, run.
No. Brian Nussbaum in the chat, Team Guy. Thank you for being correct. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Yes, Paul is a traitor. Adam.
I have to be on board with you first before I'm a traitor.
That's true. You got to give him credit.
You got to be one way and then go the other. I just be out of the gate one way and I'm a traitor.
Would you face Andrew Guy in a match? That's the real question. Would you willingly throw yourself against the GOAT with an H?
With Merle or Oyama, Bateman, Guy, any given day. I do my best, and then right?
There it is. See? Perfect. You're learning already. I love it. He can learn. He can learn to be Team Guy eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully, all
around in the end of what you need to do to win.
Right.
If you come prepared, then then soon how the game works, the mechanisms, the mechanics of it all. The Ben Bateman way you dissect the game. Come forward, and I think that's what's gonna start bubbling to the top of my games now.
Well, we do have to wrap up, partially because you're a Team Bateman fan, but also because we all have life to get to. And I believe, unless I'm mistaken, don't you have a live comedy show tonight as well?
Oh yeah, come on out to the Acme in NoHo. Yeah, tons of comedy going on tonight. My wife puts up a show once a month at Acme in NoHo. $6 if you buy the tickets ahead of time, and you get like tons of great comics and a variety. She sings with all the comics. So there's music, there's comedy, there's prop comedy tonight, there's all sorts of nonsense. So yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. Very awesome.
My printer just activated out of nowhere, so let's just ignore that.
Okay.
So move over here then. Oh,
What
God.
happened? What are you doing? James,
So-
run your show. Dude, Paul, take over the show.
I was just broke my desk.
I'm gonna cut James out. All right. James,
Do you have any final things you want to address to these Schmodown fans as I block out the noise of this printer?
Well, that's fine, dude. There's a printer in your house. It's not weird. All right? I got Downton Abbey playing. But that's just studying. You know?
So,
Again,
give your final notes for the fans. Who you want to start shit with, and like your next opponents.
You're dying to have me do that. But
I want the break of Paul Preston's next match of who he's going to beat on his road to winning matches.
The breakdown of the top 25, was it, right?
Right.
I took it in. I looked at some things, you know. I have my own ideas. But again, I don't want to rush into setting myself up for a 1-point loss. Today, it was not good. It's not good.
You're not rushing into it. Are you fighting Ivan Drago in your next match?
What's that?
You're not rushing into it. Are you fighting Ivan Drago in your next match?
Go
Or maybe Sean Connery for Red October?
for it.
if he dies, he dies.
He dies. He dies.
He dies.
Too, right? You get this. I mean, in my life, I'm like, well, I've seen all the Ivan Drago I'm ever going to get. No. and Ivan Drago in a movie again. Like, we live in amazing times.
Just like Cobra Kai, I gotta say, just real quick there. It's one of those things where you look at on paper, you're like, how the hell is this gonna work? This is gonna be awful. Then you get there and you just basket it. And it's like, this is absolutely everything I didn't know I needed.
Slam dunk. Yeah. An improbable slam dunk.
Absolutely.
Creed's one of the best sports films of the millennia. Creed 2 is one of the best sports sequels of all time.
Yeah.
Incredible work.
Yeah, Ivan Drago in a movie again. It's just amazing. It just goes to show you it's a better idea to take the franchise further than to reboot the whole thing from scratch again with unfamiliar stuff. I mean, that's just been a proven formula lately, right? From Jurassic World to Star Wars and right out there.
The Karate Kid reboot with Jaden Smith, the real greatest action or sports film.
Nobody cares.
All right, James, you got to stop that now.
Hey, okay. I saw it live with the original Green Ranger, whatever his name is, who was the stunt choreographer on that movie or something. Greatest film of all time.
Well, we all have our wrong opinions.
Yes, like how you love Bateman.
It's just that James has most of them.
Yes, that's true.
He's already learned.
Well, he's back on board with me already. That's all right. I'm forgetting everything else. He's back on board on the inside James train. That's good.
Just going to cover James up with a... There we go.
Oh, I wish I had a sticky with me. I'd do the same thing. You know what?
I'll cover you guys with the paper from my printer, but I cover myself. So it's a win-win.
And there we go.
All right, so
you're getting everybody back on your side, by the way, in the chat. Everybody's saying they're getting back on your side now for Fashion Day.
Even though I run the goddamn show, apparently I'm not the liked one here. It just turned into Attitude Era Harloff with X gonna give it to you and everyone booing against him. But that is the end of our reaction. We can get these Team Bateman haters off our show. Mr. Paul Preston.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on social media?
Hang on a sec. There we go. That's a good look. All right. There you go.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. Movie Guys.
Sweet.
Themovieguys.net is your place to go. Dude, you're going to find all sorts of great stuff there. There's like interviews, articles, red carpet videos. There's comedy videos. There's podcasts dating back to 2013. There's radio appearances. There's a sports movie podcast, a Star Wars podcast. All sorts of stuff there that you, if you love movies, that you will also love this because we love it and that's why we do it.
Perfect.
Excellent. I didn't say anything better than that.
Instagram, Twitter, anything else you want to plug?
Oh yeah, The Movie Guys and all that. Instagrams at the movie guys. We got hacked by the Russians. I'm not joking. The Russians hacked us. Here I'm all excited about Ivan Drago, but the Russians hacked us. We have 3,500 followers. We went back to 0. Instagram was no help. So we had to start from scratch again. But now we've gotten back up to around 1,400 or so, and we're still building back to where we were. But the movie guys, you ever link your Facebook and your Instagram together? Yeah. Right? So I went to Facebook, and I saw the email that was now linked to my Facebook account from that movie guys account I could no longer access, and it was a .ru. Russians.
Wow. That's always the Russians.
So
anyway, Russian. And now for Twitter, that's
against the Russian.
Yeah. The movie guys online. There's somebody else with movie guys. As ever, they're not doing anything with it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even
not
worse.
a showdown, that's for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
They aren't future trivia answers, that's for sure.
No, or future Hartloff and Ellis.
Yes. Ooh, Garth McMurray, I guess he's your next challenge because he actually speaks Russian apparently.
Yeah,
ni on bama.
Yeah, that's right. What?
Yeah,
what James said.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Denuzio, where can people find you?
Paul_Denuzio, but spell it Denuzio. And Paul Denuzio on Facebook.
Yeah. And
also the Team Action Patreon, which I run. So patreon.com/Team Action. We got all lots of tiers for you guys to support the Action guys. Come see Action live in New York 2 days before the Schmodown in New York City, August 29th. Tickets are on sale now, the New York City Comedy Club. If you're a Patreon there, you get to get a code, a special discount code.
Yeah. And now with special guest Video Drew Grant, who will apparently be attending it.
New Drew said she wants to attend, so we'll be happy to see that.
Yes.
True.
Yes. And on my
she's Bateman or Guy?
Team Spirits. I'm not going to plug everything else. You guys can watch our episode on that, hopefully going live, I think maybe Monday. I don't know, whatever. But you can also find me on Temecula Film Guy. That's at TEMECULA Film Guy. But that is it. Thank you, Paul, for attending the episode. Enjoy your Downton Abbey. We will see you guys next time. Salute. End the broadcast. Now we just fill the dead.